Come on.
Oh my gosh. We're already off to an extremely great start. Hello. Hi. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the BINACT podcast where we talk music, the people that make it, and the communities that listen to it. First things first, we're back together. Technical issues be damned because leave us alone.
Fuck
Um,
Chrome.
fuck my AT&T router too because it's doing it, or it has been doing some
Oh,
things.
man, let me tell you something. I tried this thing afterwards and it was working. And then literally 2 days later, so StreamYard doesn't want to work.
It must
I,
be something in the settings that keeps like.
I literally, I reset everything. I uninstalled or reinstalled. I'm just running off a good old reliable Firefox for this one. So thank you,
Well,
Firefox.
amen. And honestly, maybe I need to download a different browser too. I mean, Chrome has been doing me all right, but yes, we do record on StreamYard. And my issues last week, again, in the audio version, you can't really tell because OG did a fantastic job cleaning it up. And again, everybody give OG his flowers because there were so many sticky points and I don't know what was happening, but my router was being an entire asshole. And then so it only was doing it for my personal computer, which is further back in my house. But then early that next morning, so that was like early last week when we recorded, that next morning my work computer started doing it too. So I had to completely restart my router. It was just like the router was whatever was happening, but it was a show. And then yeah, but give just everybody always thank OG when things go crazy because the editing just impeccable, on point. And I mean, you don't understand, last week we tried so hard. Like we were on
30 minutes.
no, it was like an hour. Like we like you were doing some troubleshooting, or maybe 45 minutes. Like you were
No, it was
troubleshooting.
no, I'm saying it was 30 minutes before I said you just record.
Oh yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
and I'll just do
Oh
whatever I
yeah.
have to do on this end. And then I was able to come in on the late side and it's still acting up. So again, fuck Chrome.
Just, but we said all that to say we're here and we're very much we're just here. We're doing things. We're back in rotation the way that we need to be. And AD was telling me before I started recording that there is a new fashion, air quotes, fashion trend. Speak your piece, King. No,
M-
sorry, I don't like calling men kings. It's
Men
rude.
in bonnets. Men in bonnets. All right.
Now, my personal opinion is that if anybody, man, woman, he, she, they, whatever, want to wear a bonnet to protect their hair, because I mean, I wear a bonnet to protect my hair, doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all.
This
And I mean,
isn't like this isn't a skull cap. I'm talking like a grandma bonnet.
there are some men that have the guys that I've seen wear them either have like twist or dreads that they want to protect, or braids. I mean, again, I'm not mad because I know the purpose of a bonnet, which is really to protect your hair.
You ain't gotta
So
wear it out. Wear that stuff inside your house. You ain't gotta wear it out in the
you
street.
sound like Monique telling us not to wear a bonnet. I wear my bonnet wherever the fuck I want to.
And I'll keep my thing my
you sound
response
like
because,
Monique. You sound like Monique
hey,
telling us not to wear a bonnet.
I just believe that there's certain places that you just wear that stuff. And
Let me see if I can find. I will show you a picture of me and my best friend in our bonnets when we were rolling around doing errands before the weekend concert.
nah, I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, that's like
My mom is gonna be pissed. Like, she hates when I wear my bonnet outside. But
yes.
it's like I think I have. There was a meme. I can't remember where I saw it, but it was like every year that I get closer to 30, I just give people, what is it, like, give that I want to give or show up how I want to show up. And it's very true because at this point, especially now that I like work remotely, I would never. I'll say this: I would never get on camera at work in my bonnet. Like that's just too. You know what I mean? That's a little too relaxed. Whatever. However, comma at the same time, this is actually another, or not really a tangent, but one of my mutuals on Instagram is an HR. I guess like an HR. I don't know what their titles are.
Influencer.
No. HR, like whatever the head title is. HR president, whatever. HR, like the head HR person or assistant to the head HR person, whatever. So, gets to call the shots at her company. And she was asking, she was like, I actually felt conflicted about this. Like she was asking about the work policy. So the work policy is that obviously come as you are. A lot of companies are like, wear what you want, come as you are, do. So she was trying to figure out how she should feel about telling people not to wear bonnets to work now, or telling people should that be in the policy or should it not be in the policy. And
I would think of you wearing a full on bonnet to work. It's
so the way that she put it, I wish I would have like screenshotted it for the wording, because she was like, I'm conflicted because on one hand, yes, right, like that's too comfortable, like it's just a little too like bringing, just like how I remember I used to work, like one of my first jobs out of college was like working at like a customer like call center or whatever, and they used to get on people who like had Snuggies or blankets at work because they were like, y'all are too comfortable. And like on one hand, I get it, right? I get it, but also I guess or in the aftermath of COVID, when you just want your workers to be comfortable, like it's like the way she put it, it's
no. There's
very conflicting.
look. No, here's the thing, right? Because it's two different things, right? If you're going to your hairstylist or whatever, I can understand rocking the bonnet outside, right? That I can understand. Rocking it at home where no one's seeing you but your peoples or whatever, that's fine too. All right. But you rocking it out in public, especially a man, and I'm not going down that one because hey, you do what you do.
Y'all can
Uh
see my face on YouTube now.
yeah, I'm not saying that, right? Because that look, all I'm saying is this: it's unless you're trying to rock a Lionel Richie Jerry curl in 2022, you shouldn't be wearing no bonnet.
But how does that not really go for do-rags then? Because it's essentially the same thing. Bonnets are just more womanly.
See, do
I'm just
rags to me, I could
saying.
say
I'm
no.
just
I would say the
saying.
same. We're going
I'm
there,
just
right?
saying. Like, I'm just saying, because like that's really the same thing. But do-rags
It,
are
it,
for
it,
men
it,
and bonnets are for women. Air
yeah,
quotes.
but yeah, and I would say the same thing. Well, I wouldn't say the same thing. I would say, but it's just like you said, for men. Direct for men, right?
You over here trying to police men that just want to have soft hair.
No. I'm not talking about people who try and get a braids thing. I'm talking about grown people, grown ass men.
And I'm also certain that like men with waves are not wearing bonnets. Like these are not people with fades. 9 times
No,
out of
they're not,
10, these are people that have like hair.
no. There's a thing of these are people that got like buzz cuts and everything. If you had
How
the
you know?
core
You didn't pull
from
the bonnet off their head.
trust me, I've seen some videos. I'm like, why are you wearing a bonnet, man?
And
It's
you're
just like people.
certain that this person does not have hair. You're certain that under the bonnet are waves of fade.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That's what I'm talking about. See, that's what I say.
I mean, now
I'm not. Look, if we're talking, like I said, this is not coming from. This is not coming from a place
so you're
hate or
not
anything.
policing the bonnet per se. You're just trying to figure out why people who don't need bonnets are wearing them.
Yes,
Okay, now that's a different story. I thought you were
yes.
just
Like,
mad at niggas for wearing bonnets.
look. I'm looking at you like, nigga, what's wrong with you?
I mean, yeah, I would kind of. I mean, again, I don't care if you're a man that has waves and are wearing a bonnet, but I am questioning because again, the purpose of a bonnet is for someone with hair, right? Like again, shit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I wrap my hair, you put it on.
Or the thing going back then got you trying to do the whole what was it air dryer treatment or whatever just to keep things so you can get the curls or whatever. I don't know whatever thing. I'm not Jerry curls or whatever, right? But I'm talking about that. And the same way that I'm saying this is the same way about people wearing Crocs at the gym. All right.
Now that one I am on your side. That does not make sense. That is a place now to me, and maybe that's just like the type A, you know, close to 30 old black woman in me, but like that's a sneakers place. That's a place where you wear sneakers. You don't wear Crocs to the gym. That's like flip-flops. You know what I mean? You need to be working out, and I
Yeah,
mean, I understand comfortability. Maybe you're not running. So maybe you want to wear your Crocs because you're only weightlifting, but that also just feels like a safety hazard, which
it
again,
is the
I hear
same.
my mother speaking to me, but it just don't feel right. I'm on
That's
your
all
side.
that. That's all that I'm coming from. I'm not going about like because I know somebody will probably take this the wrong way. No, I'm just saying there's certain rules, and
Now,
the
I
rules
guess
like
my issue is I'm more concerned about the safety part of it than I care about the respectability. I don't give a shit what you wear, where you wear, right? So that I think that's like the difference in what we're saying. Like, yes, there's a time and place for everything, right? But it also kind
yes,
of it brings into question like how I used to be mad as a kid, like just bringing this up. Like, oh, why can't I wear jeans to church? Like, does Jesus see me any differently? You know what I mean? Like stuff that you used to say as kids, like it's like if it's not harming anyone, like what I'm gonna do? Be like, no, don't you? Again, Monique telling us not to wear our bonnets in public. Bitch, leave me alone. I mean,
yeah.
bitch, in the most respectful way I can give it, because I really hated when she was telling us not to wear bonnets. Like, again,
I just know where she come from though.
I mean, again, leave us alone. Like, leave us alone. Especially like, who are you to tell me I don't know. I mean, personally, I have a different view of these types of things now because I was even raised to be like, you don't wear your bonnet or your house shoes or your pajamas to the store. Like, I mean, I remember being raised that way, but now I'm like, fuck, man, like the world is on fire. The fuck I look like telling somebody, oh, don't come to Walmart in your pajamas. Like, please, please.
So you cool with somebody walking down the street in a adult diaper?
Am I cool with it? No. Am I gonna
That's
am I
what
gonna
I'm
side
saying.
eye it? Yes, but am I gonna be like, hey, nigga? You know what I mean? Take that down. You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna do about that? Nothing.
Well, welcome. Well,
Right.
that.
Well, welcome to the intro to
Welcome. Welcome to the preview of Get Off My Lawn.
this. Right. Welcome to the generations collide every other week on the Black Hat podcast. But no, I mean, whatever. Speaking of I'm not gonna be able to get through this, AD. Okay. Speaking of colliding generations, because Get Off My Lawn is also strong in my heart with this. Robot Rapper was signed and then unsigned in the span of like what, 10 days or 7 days or something.
I call it. So if I'm going off the timeline from when I first heard about it, I think it just got caught momentum. But Jay Nolan, shout out him on his YouTube channel. He was the first one to really highlight that. So once I did that, I was like, what? And we'll get into that. But actually, let's go into it. Let's go.
So I mean, so I found out about it. I didn't see Nolan's YouTube video, which I think I'm subbed to him on the BINACT YouTube channel, which obviously I don't watch things on that YouTube channel, so somehow I missed it. But one of the commentary YouTubers that I watch um brought it to well, first the commentary YouTuber did a video on Polar, which is the metaverse's pop star. So there was one that came out before it. And I believe that she was directly in the metaverse. And so even
I
before
am
her,
not. You're putting me on to somebody to something else I didn't even know about. Go ahead.
yeah, her name, well, again, this is all from his name is Jarvis Johnson. I watch him on YouTube, where he's a huge, pretty big commentary YouTuber. So if if you watch that type of stuff, you've probably already seen it, at least on his end. And then before that, obviously, like the anime, like in the anime gamer type space, there is a star that actually tours. She's really like a hologram. Her name is Hatsune Miku. So this is like even before Polar. Hatsune Miku been touring like for a while, and like people buy, you know how they're like anime figures. People buy anime figures of Hatsune Miku. She's been around a while. So anywho, Hatsune Miku tours in real life. So she sells seated physical tickets, but the star Hatsune Miku is like a hologram, or like just not a real person, but she sings songs, people fuck with her, whatever. She's been around for a long time.
Is it a real art? Is she a real artist?
So I don't know, because I don't know a lot about her. So I don't know if she just basically is like, hey, I'm a singer and I don't want to like show my face, so I sing under the kind of like, how writers write under like a pen name or whatever. I don't know. I don't know enough about Hatsune Miku.
Why don't you do a quick Google search?
Well, I mean, I will, but Hatsune Miku is so big that I don't think it's gonna turn the like what I want. But even describing her, so actually her Wikipedia definition says Hatsune Miku, also called Miku Hatsune, and officially codenamed CV01, is a Vocaloid software voice bank. Okay, so she is really just like when they say Vocaloid, is just like putting the sounds together to make a voice. So this isn't a person singing. This isn't really anything like that. It's just a character. So Vocaloid software voice bank developed by Krypton Future Media, and it's official Mo anthropomorphism, which is the character. That was a lot of words. A 16-year-old girl with long turquoise twin tails. So,
all right, we're gonna have to put that to side.
And it says initial release August 31st, 2007. I mean, again, this one been around for a long time. People love Hatsune Miku. I mean, huge. So aside from that, the rabbit hole, the commentary YouTuber put me on to Polar, which is she exists in the metaverse. So I believe like whoever the team at Facebook or Meta or whatever built her.
I've never been in the metaverse. Don't
me either. I'm just saying that is how this is how I got to FN Mecha. And so then the YouTuber popped out with FN Mecha, and the first video obviously was, oh, there's now like a digital rapper, a robot rapper or whatever, which was funny because apparently it's not a robot. Like apparently it's just a character, generating or getting, like activity on TikTok and shit. Like it's not like AI, because like Hatsune Miku, I believe, really is like digitally built. Like there's no voice behind Hatsune Miku. It's like, they're putting words together and they're like manipulating her voice. Like there's no real person behind Hatsune Miku other than like the team that builds her. Now, FN Mecha is like, a voice and then like some code bro that like put like the character, you know what I mean? Like it's definitely orchestrated, but there are still people behind it. But again, it's more like it's a gimmick. You know what I mean? It's just, oh, robot rapper, he's a character, whatever. So yeah, here we are, FN Mecha, the third digital artist that I know about.
So I'm gonna start off with going back. People who, for some of the people that said, how is this different than the Gorillas, right? Because the Gorillas came out in the early 2000s, right?
I'm gonna hold my peace.
And we may be on the same wavelength. Let's see here, right?
Oh no, I'm almost certain we're on the same wavelength, but I'm just mad that people even brought them up in discussion.
They wanted to, and I said, and I was like, do you know your history about the Gorillas? Number one, because if you did, you wouldn't be saying anything. Because this really was supposed to, the Gorillas was really supposed to be like a 1-2 shot type of deal, and they got very popular. But the Damon Albarn from a Blur producer and his friend, a legit artist, combining their talents to create something.
Yeah, being artistic
And
and creative is not the same as a cash grab. But okay.
and and what Damon said, it was this was more of served two things. More so of the Gorillas was a commentary about MTV
Right.
and how you see you just he said when you watch MTV at that point, it just felt like you were dying. So he had an idea, made it post-apocalyptic, had an actual artist, and said, "Yo, let's do this." Creative. Also, it allowed him, Damon, a producer, to go into different genres that he wanted to as a musician,
Right.
hip hop, Latin, Brazil. Like he went through like this allowed him to do that outside of course the Blur. So and they big probably they did the whole hologram thing at the Grammys with Madonna one time and whatnot.
And I mean,
And
again, there are things that I just get frustrated with the internet about. And like, again, like,
do your research. That's what I say.
well, do your research, A, but B, like, actual artistic ability is not the same. And like this is us. This is again old man yelling at cloud, get off our lawn type shit. But like, that's not the same. And
That
to me, to us, it's like it's not the same. But like to the kids, no, they're like, oh, it's the same. Yeah.
it's not the same because the difference was it was if anything it was this is more so the gimmick, but I'm highlighting people I really feel are talented that I want to work with. You know,
Yeah,
from from different genres, and of course, it's musicians at the end of the day.
right. F and Mecca isn't even really built. Like it'd be different if somewhere down the line, somewhere even it would still be kind of watered down, but somewhere was like, no, I'm just a rapper trying to get my art across and whatever, whatever. But that's not even the case here. This really was just kind of like, hey, let's design this 3D dude and put some little
Base,
Peep. I was trying to think of a rapper.
no, just you know who he's saying based off of Takashi.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean that. I mean, put whomever behind it,
That
and and pretend like basically. And I think the shittiest part about it is that really it's kind of marketed towards kids, right? Because there ain't no way in fuck that our old asses are like, oh yeah, look at this 3D dude. We about to
10
listen
mil,
to this
10 million subscribers or viewers, whatever.
on TikTok. And again, I've watched some videos like of um the YouTuber going down like the Instagram page. It's for kids, and I think, like I said, that's the shittiest part about it. There are things that are clearly like in culture, in like media and shit that clearly targeted at adults, right? For and again, I think we had this conversation some episodes back, like what's truly marketed towards kids as opposed to what kids get their hands on, like two completely different things. This is really marketed towards kids because first of all, again, even our old asses, I don't have a TikTok, but even the people like my friends I know that are on TikTok, they're in fucking plant talk. They're on book talk. They're on like wellness talk. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody like checking for this. You know what I mean? Like it's just
and and literally it wasn't I'm not even saying it was a caricature or anything. It was when you saw him, like sounded like him, it was literally the negative racial stereotypes.
which is a key piece of why this was so fucked up. And then like honestly,
Like
I think
I'm
like
just
being able to like I think like even yesterday I was watching it and like kind of laughing at it, but like I think it's really affecting me at how disgusting this shit is. because for those of you who don't know or even don't want to Google FM Mecca because don't give it the click or the analytics juice, honestly, the the 3D person that they created was a black man with gold teeth and like half a shaved head with like blue braids or whatever.
I wouldn't even say I wouldn't even
I
say he's
mean,
I'm,
well,
and,
okay, not even black,
and,
of
and I'm
color, but he's definitely of
yeah,
color. He's definitely
of
of color.
color. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm just looking the uh at the picture of him being in jail.
Oh yes, and let's
Yes,
for context.
yes.
Apparently, because again, this is 3D world because FM Mecca sort of exists in our world, but sort of don't. Somehow went to jail, and the controversy that got him unsigned, because again, signing a digital character or whatever, what got him unsigned was the fact that he goes to jail and apparently, content warning, trigger warning, um, is being assaulted by a cop in jail. And they create that digitally so you can see the photo of a cop attacking him. And again, because you can tell that this is like 99.9999% marketed toward kids, like what were you trying to say here?
It,
What was the purpose even?
that's where my thing comes in is for and for it could be whatever. It could be music, it could be media, whatever. There's people in this room that literally get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions, to say just to have one role. Hey, we shouldn't really be doing this. Like the best way to put it is this: Carly Hustle on Twitter actually put out a night with that had the picture actually put this out, and I'm just going to read her tweet. Of course, no one was looking for this, right? White music execs left in a room unsupervised. Hey, let's create an artificial rapper who says the N word and simulates our deepest fetishes and fancies about blackness and materialism, and he will never get arrested unless we want him to, which is a fun storyline. Let's try that.
And
And
yeah,
honestly,
it's
I
Carly
think that
Hustle, so that's
she she
that.
she
But she's
and
not wrong.
and look, she got years in the game, so she talked. So you gotta understand where she's coming from, and
But she also knows, again, she's not wrong. She is spot on.
mm-hmm,
And I get frustrated with shit like this too because, like, every day we clock in, clock out. I just wish that I could be stupid at work the same way that other people can be stupid at work. Like, meanwhile,
and get
and
paid
we'll get
almost.
paid, or like, now, I mean, just on the tangent of content warning, police brutality, some people get administrative leave, but whatever. But like, meanwhile, I make sure that I'm always correcting my emails and that I don't send a typo. And I'm always, you know what I mean? Like that level of corporate America code switch anxiety type shit every day. And then some people just get paid to be dumb. That's frustrating. It is.
Now I'm like currently looking at skimming over this article from Variety that basically talked about what basically give us some rand. They were trying to say that it would or what the writer, and again maybe it's just from me just skimming it, but they're saying that this started off coming from um not from a hateful place. It's
And I'm
more
sure it didn't, but it's also always tone deaf. I'm sorry to keep cutting you off. But I just get frustrated at like the excuses that people bring to shit like this. Like, oh, well, I didn't mean to say the N-word, and I didn't mean to make the character have gold teeth, and I didn't mean like shut up. Like even in an instance where you didn't know, where are the people that would have seen this and said, nope, this is a shit idea? Again, like these are all the questions that anybody has ever asked. Like anybody covering it, we're not going to be the first people to cover FN Mecca, and we're not going to be the last. But all of the questions are still the same. Why didn't somebody tell you, fucking no, this is dumb?
Like, they were trying to say it's, this has come because of the popularity of hip hop, TikTok, NFTs, and gaming, and this was a real coming from place just to have fun with it. But it's just bad. And on top of that, the company behind it, which I want to say their name. So give me a second.
I think it's like Factory New or something like that.
Factory
That's
Now.
his
The music
name.
company is called
Mhm.
Factory Now, and they, of course, they said, of course, Capital is basically distance themselves from it.
But can we
But
just talk about how Capital was stupid for signing on that bullshit in the first place? Like, I understand why they did it too. They were like, "Ooh, this is gonna be trendy, TikTok followers." Ooh, ooh, ooh. Like, but that was dumb on your part too. You stupid too.
it must be nice when you're protected that you ain't got fired for some dumb shit like this. But
I also wish that I could wake up one day, make a glaringly terrible mistake at work, and then be like, "Oopsies, apologies," and then go on about my life. Capital Records is business as usual.
so Factory News co-founder Anthony Martini, boy, stressed in an interview with New York Times published on Tuesday, the voice actors for the character were people of color and were paid for their work. However, apparently, none of the stakeholders in the project are black.
Anger is bubbling inside of me because even then, right? Of course, niggas are gonna get paid and get a check. Do you know how many niggas go to work and get a check every day and don't give a shit about what they do? A lot.
Let me. Oh, you
Like,
give
and it
me.
frustrates me to be like, well, the voice is black. So again, they're skirting around the nigga thing, which fine, but it's still stupid. That doesn't absolve you. It's still dumb. But like,
All right,
okay, so they said nigga, but the voice actors were black. Yeah, but you were paying black people.
all right. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go into this because I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is coming
No,
from
I'm
the
just
Variety article,
I'm
right?
just mad.
All right. So give me a second. Let me actually take a sip.
I'm upset.
All right. So and let me finish. Then I want your take. Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. So sources close to this situation acknowledge Capital's primary error was a failure to sufficiently vet the previous work, not to mention the character and company's ownership before embarking on the project. They also noted that the relatively new nature of the deal structure, while AI and TikTok have been prominent topics in the music industry for years, deals such as this one that they struck last year are hardly standard. Both Factory's new co-founder Anthony Martini and a representative for Capital confirmed that no money was advanced. I don't believe that. That what largely rendered moot calls for redistribution of any money generated by the project or paid by Capital to Factory. Now, although it presumably did generate a certain amount of income in the 12 days it was available on streaming service, the song because they have a song with Gunna and another YouTuber, and other expenses may have been involved. So yada yada. Okay, and of course, Industry Blackout uh, came out asking for this whole thing to be terminated.
Yeah, the
Good
state
on
that they
them,
issued. Yeah.
and because they didn't hold back at all. But of course, there was another Houston. So complicating the matters further from Factory New is a claim by Houston-based rapper Kyle the Hooligan, claiming that he wasn't paid for his work, voicing some of Mecca's vocals. That's neither that's neither here nor there. But this is where the tone deaf comes in, right? Martini, who did not immediately respond to Variety's request for comment, played down the controversy to the New York Times, saying he anticipated the deal's cancellation, citing blogs that have latched on to a clickbait headline and created this narrative. He also characterized the team behind Mecca was actually one of the most diverse teams you can get. I'm the only white person involved. Asked about the image of FN Mecca being beamed by the police in prison, he acknowledged some of the early content now, if you take it out of context, it obviously looks worse or different than it was intended. Da, da, da. Seeing if there's anything else. But yes, so thoughts.
All right, hold on. I have to. The YouTube video is going to look very crazy because I'm just making faces the entire time. First, tone deaf, yes. Second, let's say this man is telling the complete truth, right? Everybody behind it, with the exception of him, is of color. Okay, fine. I think I get frustrated about shit like this is because it doesn't absolve you from your mistake. So, and then going back, two things stuck out to me. One, or struck out because this was stupid. One, Capitol Records talk about, well, no advances were no money was shelled out and
That's a lie.
stupid. I
That's
mean,
a lie.
a lie. That's the truth, a lie, whatever. But the thing is, you ran to tell that. You know how you ran to say, "Oh, we signed this digital." Like you ran to tell that, and then when the backlash came, you were like, "Yikes! No!" Like, come on. So even if no money was exchanged, which again is very hard to believe, you were ready to do this. So boo. Number one, boo. And let's even take the content warning, police brutality post aside. This is bad. It's bad because even in the situation of Polar, and sorry guys, I've been fighting a sneeze for like 10 minutes and it won't come out. In the situation with Polar, like the one metaverse girl, she's a pop star, right? But again, like in these situations, a little dainty, and again, she's white presenting. She's definitely not of color, right? The girl. Like it's pop music, right? It's also in a genre of music that's definitely not so culturally stigmatized. So Polar's out here singing about God knows what, love and relationships and whatever. Like you're not gonna get flamed because even if they were trying to be like, let's say they were trying to copy her, right? Let's just say I don't know if they were. I don't know how long they were working on FM Mecca, whatever.
Like I
But
said, this has been in the from things I saw. This thing was pipeline for 2 years.
well, yeah, and I mean it kind of makes sense because some of the clicks and the generated stuff, like okay, whatever. But even if they weren't trying to copy her, when you do, y'all keep forgetting that hip hop comes from a dark place. You know what I mean? Like even though it's like all theoretically fun and games now or whatever, and it's popular, hip hop has gritty roots, and it's not just, you know, uh, uh, it's not just like the fun shit that we listen to on the regular, right? So again, even when you made the choice to do this, and even like the lyrics on Florida Water, like on the song or whatever, are like fake street and like all that stuff. It's just like all of this was a bad idea. Every last one of it, or every last piece of it. Even if we didn't get to the stupid post that you made, it was stupid to make him look like that. It was stupid to not pay this man that voiced him, which again, I kind of feel bad for Kyle, who, I mean, I don't know his story. I don't know if I'm sure he willingly did it, right? But like,
we don't know because it could be someone doing for clout. But I also piggyback off of the tone deafness because I saw on Instagram somebody, courtesy of the Shade Room, right? Or Hip Hop DX. Sorry, it was Hip Hop DX. They said that they reached out to FNK Mecca to show their support or whatever, and it was what I thought they were going to do, which was a whole thing of, yo, man, everyone's just out to get me. They just hate us, blah, blah, blah. So they try and do the spin. So anything that you have said, that you're saying that it's not meant to be racially insensitive, do all this type of stuff, you still not understanding. You're still not getting it.
I mean, honestly, this conversation has drained me more than I expected, but y'all niggas dumb. And I
And
really just
here's the thing that I'm sorry to jump in, right? Because I think
no, I mean that's really it. Y'all stupid.
here's the thing. It's going to be very interesting because Gunn is on there, right? Gunn is doing
Who is
got his
also
own part.
having who's also having a
Yeah,
hard time.
right. But it's going to if things get really choppy, it wouldn't surprise me when we if a tell all comes out of saying, yeah, these are record companies, but I'll tell you who would like these artists or these execs that you claim to love were really pushing it.
I
Like
mean, I
it would
expect that.
and
I
guess what?
expect nothing less.
Yeah, and it wouldn't surprise me because again, Turbo was the producer, so it's like this money was being exchanged somewhere. So money was definitely in the pot, but as again, you know, music is dying, man.
And that's why, you know what? And again, just to very quickly segue and change the fucking subject because y'all stupid. Let's talk about some talent. Let's talk about something good because y'all just stop and like y'all stupid. I just whatever. Anywho, yeah. So hard pivot. No longer talking about stupid stuff. Um, the album, I came with an album, so I suggested an album for us to listen to because I do miss like I love us talking about like things in the regular everyday life and things in the industry or whatever, but I just want to get back to talking about albums and projects and things that make me happy and bring me joy and enjoy listening. And one album that I cannot shake that has just been so good, and I've been wanting to talk about it with a lot of people. So talk to me about this. Is Sid's project. Sid's latest project. She dropped it in
This
April. I know I didn't listen to it in April. I don't think I got to it till maybe like June.
April
Um,
April April 12th.
yeah, so she dropped it in April and it's called Broken Hearts Club. It is lovely and refreshing. So I'm not gonna go, or I'll kind of play it up. I'll obviously let AD um chime in and talk about how he feels. But I'm getting tongue tied a little bit because I am just not even shocked because I like Sid's music. But the way that this album is just like set up and is a breath of fresh air to listen to. It just feels good. It feels good to listen to things like this. Um yeah, so just some regular facts. It's 13 songs, 39 minutes, so close to 40 minutes. Like I said, perfect length. Um the sequencing of it is really good. The album, like the song content, the songs that are on it, very good. So obviously it's a love album, but they're obvious because it's called Broken Hearts Club, so it's like love, and it's got some heartbreak in there. It's got like its typical R&B sex songs, just all around good, like enjoyable, fun project to listen to. Also a project to listen to as a project. I mean, you can take it apart. There are songs that are like good for playlists and stuff like that, but it is super fun to listen to. I've listened to it a couple times in preparation for this and then just on my own. And now I listen to it to read because I've been getting back into reading lately. But yeah, so AD, oh god, I tried to not think about this. But in the spirit of R&B is dead, air quotes, but we're not talking about that shit. Don't bring it up.
Diddy killed him.
We're not talking about that. But in the spirit of R&B is dead, how did
Sorry,
you enjoy this?
not Diddy. Love killed R&B.
In the spirit of that, how did you enjoy Sid?
I would say that, like you said, pick, to say the same thing that she said, it was a breath of fresh air. Honestly, it was 80s. It was definitely very 80s and very. And she, what's the best word? She showed definitely the vulnerability,
Oh yeah, but that's typical of her.
which. But I could listen to Sid sing all day. Like it didn't feel like I was surprised of how fast it went. Let's just say that.
And you were saying like it's 80s, so like you can hear like for me, I heard 80s and then I heard some 90s too, but it's so well done. Like I love the homages to the sonic lendings. You know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily always need a 90s sample. Looking at you, niggas. I don't always need like, you know, direct overt in your face. Hey, look at me, I'm sampling. Sometimes I just need the ad libs in the song, or sometimes I just need um oh, another artist that I know just released a song that does it really well too. But I'll talk about it. I'll probably talk about it in New Noise. But just give me the homage, give me the taste. Don't give me the whole thing, and then put your own spin on it. And that's one thing that I've always loved about Sid. Even her previous album, I don't know why I'm blanking on it. I can see the
Finn,
album. Yes, yes. I saw the album cover in my head. Even that album is just it's not shocking because again, Sid, like you said, is vulnerable, is able to be super talented in music, but I just love how she continues to make the music that her fans want, which is cool, but like still keeping it herself. Like it doesn't feel, you know, this doesn't feel like a grab to change in any way. Like it just feels authentic and her and good. Like I just can't
what
speak higher of it other than it's
she
really
what
good.
to tag it to compare it to movies and TV. A lot of things are being rehashed
And
or
reboot.
remade,
Mhm.
right? And a lot of times it's been bad, but others that's been like really good. It keeps the essence, it keeps the soul, the feeling of what made it special, right? I think what Sid does, and I'm not saying just her, but the ones that get it, is under, they understand what makes that feeling sound special. It's almost
Mhm.
like it plays with your mind of taking you back. Like you can say this is 70s, this is 80s or whatever. It takes you back. It makes you have that feeling. And people can say, okay, this is a copycat or whatever, but it may be just a fresher take to it. But it still has that that heart. Like one of the songs in this, and I'll just put it as my recommendation, is from Levin Kali, and I might pronounce his name, but Sid is on it, right? And when you listen to it, the song's called "Do You Wrong."
Okay. I don't think I've heard that one before.
When you listen to it, it feels like a night like a throwback '90s R&B record, but because it has a little sample in there, but it doesn't overdo it. It has that it feels it, and Sid's voice is just perfect on it. It's like how they did it. It's like one of my favorite songs of the past. Whew, about 5 years? No, about almost 5 years. Damn, because it was released in 2019. Um,
Damn.
anytime that song comes on, it's of course on my playlist. It just puts you in a nice place. It
And it
like
like it kind of I love songs that make me stop what I'm doing. Like stop, girl. Like we're listen to me. Like I love songs like that. Like sorry, and you know
it's the best.
it's becoming fall, so you know we're getting into Jameson territory. But I tried. But like Stop what you're doing, girl. Listen, and like Sid's album really did that. Like really did that for I mean, in the whole album. Let me talk about features really quick because there are 3 features on the album, and to me, all of them slap. So, first, Lucky Day. Lucky Day's on the title track. Can You Break a Heart? Saiba. Spoiler alert, not spoiler alert. When we hit Soul, it's gonna be next month. So, like, you know, when we do our damn, it's gonna be the 3rd episode. Damn.
We got to get that
Our
together.
3rd, I mean, I've already put the people's on. I've been putting bugs in the ears. So, but like Lucky Day, I will be discussing. I will finally be discussing because I've been wanting to talk about the album, whatever. Lucky Day on Can You Break a Heart? Saiba, flawless. Okay, flawless, impeccable opener. And then Right Track, Smino, that's a fun song. So it's like basically, you know, like, hey, how are we? Are we on the right track? Are we like falling in love? What are we doing? And then, you know, a Smino verse always makes me happy. So again, I have a pretty heavy Smino bias. But loved that feature. But then low
Kehlani.
key, let me tell you something. First of all, y'all say what you want about the good they, because they change your pronouns. They have been so Blue Water Road.
She
goes by she they, but I just want to be respectful.
Okay, but I'm just saying she. But go ahead.
Right. Blue Water Road is a really good album. So I have been off Kehlani since I cannot remember the name of that album with all the colors on it. The first album that came out, and I'm really mad that I can't think of it right now, but that was the first album I listened to. I'm gonna Google it. I'm just mad that I can't remember it. I'm so upset.
Let's just say that
You Should Be Here. You Should Be Here. Sorry, that's the one that came out in 2015. 2015, you know, was that year for music when literally everybody and their mama fucking dropped. But I really enjoyed You Should Be Here. Then I fell off of her, so she's dropped 1, 2, 3.
She's been busy.
Yeah, 3 albums since then, and they've had good songs on them. I just haven't listened to the project, but I was recommended to listen to Blue Water Road. It's phenomenal. But we're not talking about Kehlani now. We're talking about her feature on the Sid song. That song is called Out Loud, and oh my gosh, I got stuck on the Kehlani piece of the song, but it's just a great song. Like to be like, it's talking about like I want to be loved out loud. Like I want to be like cared for. So I was battling on which feature I felt was my favorite out of, I mean, I love Smino's, but honestly, Smino's number 3. But it is a very hard toss up between the Lucky Day and the Kehlani feature because Out Loud is so fucking good as a song.
Is it wrong to say that when Kehlani gets on a feature that she is having an underrated all-time run?
Explain. I don't understand.
Like anytime that she's on a feature, it just brings it to another level. The song to another level.
I mean,
it doesn't get talked about. Like
okay, I see what you're saying. Now,
yeah, like because I'm gonna go back because you know her and Tiana Taylor. What song was that?
You talk about on that album that Kanye did her dirty on. Was it that one?
No,
Rose or whatever that one.
No, it was. Oh my goodness, it was.
I know the song that you're talking about though.
Yes, and because what is that song? It's Morning.
Yeah, that's a good song. So
all right, and
Kehlani is always, to me, when I hear her, she's 99.9% always good. Like I've never heard a Kehlani feature and been like, on it.
I've heard the people that said that she did go kind of like a little pop centric for a little bit, but then she came back. She came back and she hasn't left.
Alone.
But I mean that song with her and Tiana Taylor, and then the video. Oh my gosh, like that's why I said, is it that While
I
she
feel
is
like people do not give her enough credit, and also I see people on the internet now talking, and they're like, "I like her music, but I'm really tired of her politics right now." And it's like, okay, I guess, but the girl be making the music, and I mean, again,
she
this is
she
that.
sep- she separ- she separ- separates that. Good Lord, I can't speak right now.
I mean, yeah, like I said, like it's the question of can you separate the art from the artist type thing, which is always so sticky and whatever. But like the girl makes the music, like
Yeah.
you know. So, um, bringing it back to Sid, I wanted to give props to like, and that song in general. Sid holds her own. Let's not forget, Sid holds her own on that song too. Kalani does not watch Sid. It's a good song all around. They make that
No,
song.
I'm not saying. I'm not even
No, I
saying.
was just making sure that
Yeah,
we.
we ain't talking about Wash. I'm just saying that anytime I've heard a Kilani feature, it's been like it just takes the
Yeah.
it just
Oh yeah.
brings the collective up like another level. Like sit like it's just productions here, sits here. It's like it's just everything's in unison, you know.
Also, we like, we sometimes discuss these song runs.
Oh, there's a
Sid's album had for me, it's a 4-song run. I was trying to narrow it down to 3, but no.
I need to I know there's a run in there. I need to list
It
I
is
need to
so it is sweet. So it's kind of like starting like this is ending like the lovey portion and getting into the sexy portion. And then at the end is like the heartbreak portion. So it's sweet, control. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Damn, it might be 5 songs. I don't know. Okay. Sweet control, no way, getting late, and it ends with out loud. So you can say 3 to 5 songs. For me, it's 5. Sorry, I'm not even gonna pretend like and what, 5 out of 13? Shit, that's half the album. That's fine. But when you're like, you can tell the shift in the song content, so like what she's singing about, but it's not like it's a hard sonic shift. But and sorry
it
if you
flows into it. It flows into each
yeah, the
record.
sequencing is good, and like how everything flows is really good. But that run, but especially that control, no way, getting late, that little bracket, I'm not gonna sing because getting late, damn, I need to hear that tonight. Like
You're not gonna listen to DJ Khaled.
absolutely the fuck not. I mean, now JID is dropping at the
Yes.
time of this recording, but I will be asleep,
I thought
unfortunately.
he dropped already.
That is my baby daddy. No, no.
I thought maybe I thought that
He did drop it was like a what's that song? Oh, he did
the only
just recently drop a song, like I think a single from it or something, but
I thought
yeah,
he already dropped the album
I don't know that.
because I thought again I was just trying to figure out because I thought he already dropped the album and just said I'm not dropping it on a Friday.
I mean, if he did, it is not
Let's
on
see.
Spotify right now, so
Let's see. Da 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 da. Kenny Mason, of course, your boy Kenny Mason.
no, I fucks with Kitty Mason.
The same day for the album are going to be released on the 26th. Okay, so I got my thing. So yeah, so
And I'm
like
sorry, the pairing of JID and Kitty Mason, it is unmatched. They've been pairing up, and it's been flawless every single time.
damn, I didn't realize how old he was, man.
How old is he? What, 30?
32.
Good for him. Okay, good for him.
All right.
He can still be my baby daddy. That's fine. Does
I,
that take him out of the running? What do you mean? Anyways, we got sidetracked.
hey, yeah,
Sidetracked. Okay,
I hope a certain somebody ain't listening.
man. Please. Anyways, please. Anywho, the 3-track run on the Sid on the album, impeccable, honestly. And then, okay, so I have to talk about there's an acronym. So the song is called BMHWDY, but it stands for Break My Heart, Why Don't You? Bitch, Sid is going off. And I mean, it's sultry and it's like deep. Like I felt like I was being sucked into a black hole, but in the best way listening to that song. Like you can feel what she's talking about in the brokenness, but like it is so good. It definitely it feels like it hurt me so good. I love that song.
Oh, who were we talking about that when we listened to her that when we listened to her album it was like almost like who hurt you? I
Was
understand.
it Cleo Soul? No, no.
Yes,
Cleo Soul.
thank
I'm about to
you.
say, was it Cleo Soul? I'm about to say, because that, I mean, and again, I'm telling you, the Soul Temper episode, it's coming. It's coming. Okay. It's
Speaking of
coming.
Cleo, let me see. Speaking of, has she put out anything since then?
I
I would
don't,
think
I
no.
don't think so. I want to say there was a feature. I vaguely remember a feature for some reason.
Cleo,
Let's see. Not even that. It's just Mother. And then I was put on to Her Rose in the Dark, the one that came out in 2020. That's
that
how I
was good. That was
found out
good.
about her. Um,
No. So is she gonna be?
well, she a mom. Remember, the baby kind of young. Give us some time.
No, no, I wasn't even saying that. No, I wasn't even saying that. I was going to ask: is she going to be one of these artists that is going to just do a bunch of batch recordings?
I don't know, child.
And then, because I'm just looking at she just from her run into 2018, then nothing in 2019, 2021, so it's 22. I'm gonna say it right now. She coming in 2023.
I mean, look, and that's fine. And again, give us some, I'm a mom music, like, getting into your womanhood. Cause like she gave us Mother, obviously, which is like kind of like the album sort of dedicated to the baby, but like give us whatever, girl. Whatever. We're listening.
Oh,
Um,
she's part of a. I didn't even know that she's part of a band.
now I didn't know that either.
Salt.
I didn't know that either. Anywho, wait, again, sidetrack. Cleoso, we love you too. But I want to make sure that we give Sid her things. And then after this, you need to go give Sid. You listening or watching or whatever, you need to go give Sid her things because Sid fucking put her foot in this fucking album in the best way, in the most authentic way, in an easily accessible way. Like, right. And I think, and we talked about this with Jay Nolan, but giving music like an easily accessible compliment, like to me, not saying that your music is stupid. Like I think I've always wanted to clarify that's not what that means. But in the age of us being in our big upper 30s and beyond, um, having something be easily accessible is good because we are not in the era of, oh yeah, we hear every top song and we know everything going on and stuff like that. Like, so to have your music just be something to capture me immediately,
All right.
capture
So
anybody immediately, good
all
point.
right. But going back to our Cleo Soul.
Not you doing the Cleo Soul deep dive. This is about Sid.
I was just stomp on good music. I was trying to tell you that. I was just trying to tell you that that might be a little homework for both of us.
No. We can discuss Cleo Soul. If there's homework that we can do, we
Yes,
can
it's a group that she's supposedly in.
hold it for new noise. Let's just get Sid her things.
But we are, but we were running out of time.
I know we have to do new noise still. We must do it. We
So
can't skip it.
I can't skip it. I'm just saying homework. It's just there's a little homework. It's called salt. If we're giving people flowers, and the thing is, we know what's you've done the deep dive on Sid and Broken Hearts Club.
So good. Y'all, the album is so good. Like
It's
it's so
really a good
good.
album. And and that's what I said is now we talk about Cleo Soul because of the impact of the lyrics and the music and reminiscent of Cleo Soul, and now finding out, oh, she may be part of a band that we haven't really known about. Others may have. It's time for us to do a little homework, which is fine.
Yes. So entering into new noise. All I want to wrap up with Sid is album's good. And like I
Better
said,
than Neo's, I'll say that.
man, ain't nobody okay. Sorry, that just made me laugh.
Look.
That just made me laugh.
I'm just going to do a quick 60 seconds on the Neo project, right?
Oh God. I haven't enjoyed a Neo
Set,
project in a long time, just by the way.
second half of the project is where it's the Neo that I I messed with and respect. The first half just felt like it was just chasing just what's out there, but he has a little bit of a run, and of in terms of the song in terms of the song structure and sound wise, but again, I'll say this is the first project in a long time from Neo that I was like, okay, I see why I messed with you in the first place. But
Yeah,
oh,
I actually own a physical copy of Nonfiction. I really enjoyed that album, and that's the last time that I've checked for Neo. So I don't know what that says, but there you go. Um, now I haven't heard his latest album, so
that's two different things, but it's not going to have the same punch as Sick.
oh yeah. All I was saying to talk to wrap up Sid and to give her things is that it's good, and I haven't felt so strongly to beg someone to listen to an album in a long time. And like there are certain albums that we're all going to agree on, right? Like I felt that way with Lucky Day, but I know that we all agree on that, right? Like I don't have to beg you to listen to that because you probably already listened to it. Boom. But Sid, like if you have not listened, go listen, please. I am begging you. I am simply begging you to go listen. Um go do it. Just go do it. And that's it. I just really wanted to give Sis her flowers because she fucking did that. Yep. Yep. Um, now, or since we are going kind of long, but we're doing good for new noise, AD, we're going to do some homework and check out Salt, Cleo Soul's band.
Yeah, it's so I'm not going to say her band.
Or
It's a
the
collect
band, the collaborative
the
effort.
yes, Salt SAULT. It's a collective, so it's Cleo Soul, a vocalist, another vocalist, Kid's sister,
I know Kid
and
Sister.
the producer is Inflow.
Hmm.
So he's worked with so they call it a mix of neo soul, rhythm and blues, and funk.
You know what? And I'm not mad. I just wanted to give Sid her things, but that sounds like a great homework. That
That
sounds like amazing homework to do.
that's all that I was saying. It was like, okay, look, I like going into the deep dive. So if I find something that's like, oh, interest, let's go, and our that might be our that's our homework. We're going to
Homework for
listen.
sure. And it'll probably
Then
spill over into the Soul Timber cover. Well, we'll see. Depends on it might work out. It might work out.
so let's just do it this way. Supposedly they put out their last album, which was their fifth album. Okay, it's called Nine. So I think we should do a review on that, and then go fracture off or veer to wherever it goes from there.
I like it. I finally sneezed, by the way. Jesus. Um, I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I'm with it. Um,
So we'll give our reviews on Salt, and again, we didn't know about this. See, gotta go down the rabbit hole sometime.
For me in new noise, I have a couple of loosies, no projects, just some loosies that I've picked up recently since I've been in my wanting to hear new music bag. Um, there is a Sango mix of a Sango mix of a song by an artist named Rochelle Jordan called "Got 'Em." So I have the pack, like her original song and then the Sango remix, um, saved on my Spotify.
Damn. Why are you talking about? I was listening to what
Sango.
Sango, right?
Yeah. That's my. I love Sango K Tronada, and there used to be, or I say used to be, but there were a couple of other producers that I found on SoundCloud. Those are like my peoples. Peoples. I love the production.
That's what it was. Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, Sango. Yeah.
Um, so that happened, and then let's see. That one's a Lucy. I really love listening to it. I'm still in my like Afro beats slash I'm a piano bag, but this Be My Guest by Western and Fireboy DML has been living in my head rent free. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And my last Lucy. Or I've got one more and then I've got one. So I've got two more. The song that I was mentioning earlier that I talked about that has like a little sample, but a good homage is by the artist LA, and that's spelled ELHAE. I can't remember what that stands for. Every damn, I've been listening to him for a while, but it's called No. And it leans itself to obviously I want to know. But not in like the worst sampley way. It's really good. So that's what I was talking about earlier. And then lastly, I threw my phone down because I must discuss that Russ Ed Sheeran song. Are you entertained? Sorry, it's a bop, and I don't care what y'all say. Again, every day that passes, I mean, I do find Russ attractive, but the music is starting to grow on me. Like some of it, actually, I don't hate any of his music, but the songs that I'm finding lit, and that's all I got.
I got one. I got one.
Oh wait, and just I have to mention Ed Sheeran. Did y'all hear Ed Sheeran on the beat? Like, come on now. Okay, I'm done.
I think I got one for you. I just fell into this actually while listening, coming off the SIP project. Um, Akemi Fox dropped a EP
Hmm.
called "You're My Favorite Day."
Oh,
I'll call it neo soul R&B. I
that
think
sounds nice.
I would think that's up your I would think that's up your alley. Um,
Yeah.
I
Check
had
it out.
to I definitely had to go back. I tried to listen to the Rod Wave album.
Oh, why would you? Did you try to listen? Like, were you listening to the Neo Soul and then you try to listen to Rod Wave?
It came out. It just came. Everything was just there, and I said, you know what? The album cover got me. So I was like, all right, let me just see what this is about. And I'm sorry. And it's nothing against him.
I'm lukewarm on Rod Wave.
It's nothing against him, right? Maybe I was just not in the right mindset. But after like 5 songs, I had to I had to go away because you know what got me? I needed a palate cleanser after listening to the game's
Oh,
newest project, right?
yeah, I wasn't checking for that.
Yeah, and I just needed a palate cleanser. So I was like, let me
But I
just
don't think Rod Wave was the right choice for the palette cleanser.
it it wasn't because
I
after a
don't know.
while,
You might have to check that one out when you weren't trying to palette cleanse. I don't know. I mean, I like I said, I'm lukewarm on the Rod Wave. I don't hate him, but I don't really like him like that either.
it yeah, it was just so it was just I just need the palate cleanser. The palate cleanse didn't do it. And it was like I had to turn it off after 5. Like I had to go back. Like You know how you just got mad listening to it? This is not. It sounds like I'm shitting on the project, but it's
No, but
not.
I get what you're saying. Not angry, but just disappointed. You'd be like, ugh, like
Yeah,
deflated. Like, eh.
I had to go. I had to go. I had to go into. I had to go
Listen to
to
music
some.
should not make you want to take a walk, and it probably did.
That's what I was driving. It's just like I had to throw. I had to throw on some old G unit to get me back. I was like, oh,
To come back. But yeah,
I just,
actually, tell me more about the homework that I need to do, and less about the rod wave that was slightly disappointing.
yes. So what we're going to do, and I think this is what, even though we call it was what do we call this thing? New noise. I
What do
think
we
this
call
is.
this segment?
Uh, uh, I think this is going to be one of those. I think this is we need to start doing like find that one the rabbit hole pick. We can find a different name for it, but just something that's under the radar that we don't that maybe other people have heard about, but we never heard of it, or we're just like, wow, where did this come from?
I like it.
It's similar to new noise, but it's just like something just out left field.
We can,
Like,
yeah, sprinkle it into, or making sure that we actually, or what am I trying to say? Doing the homework and then being able to talk about it, like making sure that we like with salt doing that homework and then we talk about it. Make sure we don't forget. I
yes.
like it. Also tell me about the other neo soul, I think band or like person.
No, it's an art. It's an artist. It's a quick listen for where was her name was Akemi Fox, Akemifox.
I like it. Yeah. So that'll be some homework for me and homework for others too for the new noise. But I'm actually really excited to check out this salt. So
Oh, and just to get into your just like legit hip hop bag, cheat codes by Danger Mouse and Black Thought.
mm.
That's
I haven't been in a deep hip hop bag in a minute, but
I'm just going. Speaking of Russ, Russ is on the project.
he's dropping one too.
No,
Like,
he's on this
oh, he's
on
on
this
this project. Okay, okay, okay.
and that's like one of the hard. That's one of the hardest. Look,
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
just
I
gonna
mean, y'all be itchy about Russ, but I
and
mean,
look. We talk. Remember, we talked about Kid Sister, right? Kid Sister's on this is on this. Look on Chico's. Look, I'm just
how
going to
is
read
this
off the
being
feature.
full circle?
Yeah, just look at this, right? Danger Mouse is doing the production. Black Thought is a lead vocalist, but then you got uh Raekwon, Kid Sister. Let's see who else. Feature okay, Raekwon, Kid Sister. Uh, Russ, Joey Badass, MF Doom,
Yeah, that
ASAP
sound like. I mean, it
Rocky.
sounds good, but it sound like that. I'm gonna need to be in the mindset for that one.
I think you'd be very surprised.
I know. I
Like,
mean, it sounds like it's gonna be good. It's just I'm gonna need to be in that. Like, I have not been in a true like deep hip hop headspace in a minute. Like, I need to be in the brain space for that to absorb that. That's gonna be a lot in a good way, but a lot.
but yeah, definitely. I would say check that out, and also do yourself a favor and do your homework and show respect to the gorillas.
I'm sorry, y'all just really be out here loud and wrong a lot, and I hate it. Yeah, leave the gorillas. I mean, not even leave them alone. Like, just shut up. Like, stop confusing clout with stop confusing clout with talent. Please,
Mm-hmm.
please, please stop doing it. Please stop doing it. But yes, on that note, we can wrap right there. Stop confusing clout with talent. Please, 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 please. Do your homework. Don't be loud and wrong. And yeah, listen to Sid's album. Goddamn. Damn it. Listen to Sid's album. Damn. Like, go listen to it right now. But this has been the BINACT podcast where we talk music, the people that make it, and the communities that listen to it. We'll be back. Soul Timber's coming up. Get excited. Um, oh yeah, I've been making sure to remind the folks. Don't forget to leave reviews and stuff. So like after you're listening, leave a review. Last week I mentioned on Spotify that after enough reviews, they show up on Spotify. So for the Spotify listeners, click them. Apple listeners, all of your reviews show up. So keep reviewing there. Yeah. Check us out everywhere that you can hashtag BINACT. Mostly on Twitter, mostly on the website. And we'll see you in a couple weeks. Be safe, be easy. Bye.